Whoa. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court.
Welcome back to another edition of Around the Rim. I'm your host, the Dudster, Nestor Dudley. And this is week 3, so we know that week 3 has always been, this is the 13th season of Around the Rim. Week 3 is always dedicated to Steve Wright of the Bullets. I have to add, the defending Neighborhood League champion Bullets. Steve, welcome aboard, buddy.
Thank you, Nestor.
And I see that you're wearing your nice, new, shiny championship blue jacket that you earned. No more will you hear me say 1988 was a long time ago.
I used to have nightmares hearing those words. But yeah, finally, it took 16 years. The jacket hasn't come off yet.
Everything has been good in the Bullets camp. 16 years to get the jacket. Gagnon, who's been with you since the early 90s, it's player, and then it's a coach. By the Bullets being victorious, the Grossi girls are the official first ladies of the MNBL. It's all good in the blue camp, Steve.
Yeah, it's good. You know, it's certainly coming off a championship year. I thought I'd say that in '89. Yeah. It is 2005. But coming off a championship year, I mean, it's good. I just wish we started off better this year, but, you know, we'll get going as a team. They're still learning each other.
You know, there's nothing wrong with starting off 2-1. If you're a Bullet, it's probably painful that the one loss that you did have is against those Lakers. It's the first time they beat you in the last 9 meetings. That goes back 4 years, Steve.
Yeah, we played terrible. I guess we thought we just had an outside game because that's all we did. And give credit to the Beanie and the Lakers because they played very good, except for the last 5 minutes. I don't know. But for 35 minutes, they played phenomenal, and they deserved to win that game. There's no doubt about it. They deserved to win. Their players wanted it more than us, and I just hope that the team learned from this. So if I had to lose, I'm glad it was early and not in March.
Yeah, certainly not in the madness, and definitely not in the big dance where you hope to defend your title. Now, this Laker loss, this was the first time, and I've gone through all the past history of the MNBL. This is the first, I mean, you and Beanie, the Bullets and Lakers, have faced each other on just about every imaginable condition. And just when you think that you faced each other in every possible condition, there's a new condition that arises. This is the first time that the Bullets and the Lakers faced each other where both teams were 1-0. The first time.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
It's good to know. You think with all the rivalry and all the battles that we've had with the Lakers that, you know, we would have been undefeated before. But that's really good. Let's hope we can face each other. That I thought, like last year, we were going to face each other.
Everybody wanted to see a Bullet-Laker championship. I mean, the whole city of Malden wanted it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But I know that you're a resident of Drake. By the way, I just want to congratulate you. You're married.
Yes,
You're a newlywed. That's right. You got married during the offseason. Steve Wright. So all you ladies out there, you had your chance. You basically blew it. Steve Wright is taken. He has that ring on his finger. It just ain't going to happen now. So, yeah, congratulations to that. You live up in Drake now, so you were not able to see the first show of Around the Rim, where myself and Bradworth Benton, who's always representing, picked Bullets-Lakers championship in the big dance. Unfortunately for the Bullets, we both picked the Lakers to win it. But we did pick the Bullets-Lakers, both of us.
That's okay. As long as we get there, then you never know what can happen.
Anything can happen.
That's right.
Anything can happen.
So we'll see what happens during the season. We do play the Lakers again once more later on. So, but it's nice to see the Lakers are 3-0, especially after a devastating first-round loss in the playoffs last year. But their team is more experienced now. They've been in the playoffs, and they had a lot of returning. So I'm expecting real good things for the Lakers. So I expect to see them in the playoffs. I just hope I don't play them in the first round.
Well, this is an all-blue show. This show ain't purple and gold, so we're getting off the Lakers. We're gonna focus on the Bullets. Steve, I go down your roster. You had about half your roster returning. You picked up a few new guys. Michael Fitzgerald, a guy named Gus Cognata, Sam Renee, Michael Bonapani, who Steve, he mama call him Butterfingers, so we might call him Butterpani or Butterfingers Bonapani. But that was he mama. A mama Bonapani called her baby boy Michael Butterfingers. James Dean, Darrell Down Townsend, Victor Tran, Nick Hooper, Justin Gillis with younger brother Josh Gillis. Steve, you have a nice squad, but your first 3 games, what I've noticed in the cablecast booth, and I know you've noticed, that your team looks to shoot outside first. That's not Bullet tradition. That goes completely against Bullet tradition.
Well, I put a stop to that against the Sonics. We played the Sonics. I told them I did not want outside shooting. We're going to play inside. I think we only had 2 3-pointers in that game, and they made them both, if I'm correct. One was at the end of the half with about 6 seconds to go, and so I expect that with the clock winding down to 0. And the other one was Nick Hooper. That's fine if he takes a shot. For all the hard work he does, if he takes a shot once every game, I don't mind. But yeah, if you noticed, it was mainly inside the paint against the Sonics. We finally started passing, finally started rebounding, playing it. And the Sonics, to me, are the biggest team in the league. I haven't seen anybody bigger height-wise. So that was a good game for us to mix it up inside with those big guys. So, and we came away victorious, and we played as a team. We got a long way to go, but we're getting there, and that was the first step. And hopefully what will, by the playoffs, will be a much more balanced team, offensively and defensively.
That music that you barely heard behind yourself, Steve, was the segue into Caught Up on the MNBL Web. So you are in the web. You forgot about the MNBL Web. The MNBL Web, once again, for all you viewing fans out there, it will go no more than 3 minutes. I can ask my guest, in this case, champion Steve Wright, defending Neighbor League champion for the Bullets, as many questions, as few as 1 or as many as 3 minutes will allow me. And it may or may not necessarily have to do with the Malton Neighborhood Basketball League.
Oh, boy.
Steve, we have to get to the point. John Collins, Boo Boo Collins, has not suffered like you suffered. Took 16 titles. Mark Gagnon, player for you, early 90s, coached late 90s on to present day. Dino Summers, you had players, former players to help you coach, come and go. John Collins has been here for 3 seasons. Myself, yourself, Brad with Benton, we can do 3 seasons standing on our heads. Why did he get a jacket? Why not just give him a windbreaker or a sweatshirt or something?
Well, I figured because I fired him 25 times, I would give it to the jacket. I put him through abuse all year, so he might have not suffered what the Bullets have suffered, just like the Red Sox have suffered. We certainly have suffered the most since them. But for all the abuse I put him and he suffered through, I figured I'd get him a jacket. So,
Steve, the NBA Bullets have not existed for several seasons. They're the Wizards. Why are you not changing the Bullets team to the Wizards?
Because it's all about tradition. I thought about changing, especially after I won a championship again, I thought about changing. But everything I base the Bullets on is about tradition. Since I am the only coach ever of the Bullets, I know all the tradition. I know what I want. I can talk about the history. And I even have players come up to me say, watch the games on TV, and they say, that's the same press that we used, or that's the same player. And I said, yeah. And, you know, they can identify with it. So even the old players who are old, fat, and married now, they can look back and say, wow, they still play it the same way. Look at that. You know, and they can yell at their TV, that guy's supposed to be over there. So, you know, it's all about tradition. And especially I could talk about tradition about beating such teams as the Lakers, our rival, or the Kings, another rival. So, you know, I can talk about that and also put in the history. So that's why I keep it as the Bullets.
Steve Wright, you are officially out of the web.
Ooh, I survived.
Back here, we're going to have the regular around the rim. So TCM, you could kill that web, regular around the rim. So Steve, Bullets are 2-1, and traditionally, well, we know every year you come up here week 3. And every year, with the exception of last year, you always say, I'm not satisfied, I'm not satisfied, I'm not satisfied. You're 2-1. I think you alluded to your satisfaction at the top of the show, but I'm going to ask you point blank. Are you satisfied right now,
No,
being 2-1?
You can't be. Even you pointed out, Nesta, about the outside perimeter shooting. Yeah, you know, I thought getting the confidence when they were shooting, like, what, 90% against the
Pistons with your season
Pistons.
opener. Pistons, yes.
Against,
They were hitting everything. Bonaparte, Cognata, Dean, hitting everything beyond Yahweh. Everything is
Right.
three. Even downtown, Townsend. You think I remember my own nicknames I come with these kids. Daryl Townsend even hit a three, his signature 3-point off the glass, and didn't call it.
Right. And so, like you said, that's not our way. That's not our style. And until Mike Bonapane and Gus Cagnata learn that they don't have help like last year for the rebounds, that they are the men for the rebounds, that they have to play the inside game. And then once in a while, one of them can come out and shoot the outside, because they are very good outside shooters. I won't take that away from them. But they have to bang down or we're in trouble.
Steve, in a couple of weeks, not this weekend, possibly the weekend afterwards, but very soon, you're going to be facing the Hawks. The Hawks right now are 3-0. Hawks, Lakers, Celtics 3-0. Bullets 2-1. Top four right now. You're going to be facing the Hawks. Lot of ill feelings about losing to you in the big dance. Had they made half their free throws, they could possibly be the champions and not the Bullets. But you have the Hawks coming up in a few weeks, Steve. Knowing that they're coming after you, a former Bullet on the coaching squad of the Hawks, what do you need to do to keep that team in check? Because the Hawks, they love to run.
Yeah.
And traditionally, Bullets teams are not running teams.
No, and we can't run. We can't run with any team. We have to put the Hawks. We have to make the Hawks play our game, not play theirs. If we start running them like down the park, we'll get blown away. But if we can run when it satisfies us, such as fast breaks, but we have to slow them down. We have to beat them up physically. If we can beat them up physically and beat them down low and don't give them second shots, we could beat any team, including the Hawks.
Yes. I forgot to mention at the top of the program that Steve Wright has been here for 20 years. The MNBL has been in existence for 20 years. There you go. The MNBL has been in existence for 20 years. Steve Wright has.
I was queuing something up.
Steve Wright has been here for all 20 years. Go, Ref, go. Is this a good time to go to the Rollins, or do I want to have Steve Wright answer the 20-year question? You tell me, go, Ref, go.
Why don't you go ahead and have Steve Wright answer the 20-year question?
Okay, Steve Wright, you've been here since day one, baby. And you've seen this league grow from an idea that a couple of students had to 20 years later, where we have a television show about it, we have championship jackets, we have, not state of the art, but we have 3-point line. I mean, you've seen all the changes in this MNBL. Tell me what you think. 20, I mean, did you ever think you'd be in this game for 20 years?
No.
Did you ever think the league would be around for 20 years?
No, when we started naturally on a shoestring. And it was two students, Scott Gubatosi and Mark Keenan, who I'm very good friends with Mark Keenan. But no, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect to be where we are today with the TV show, with all the games on TV. I mean, it's just an incredible thing that the volunteers do, and people like yourself and the camera crew and behind the scenes in the audio room. I mean, just everything that has done is phenomenal.
I mean, over the years, the MNBL has hosted all-star tournaments and things like that. It's just incredible. Again, this started from an idea.
Yeah, and when we cut the Hawks a few years ago, I don't like cutting teams because I feel you're going in the wrong direction. And we've had some problems with numbers in the past, but now it's been excellent. We added the Hawks back. We're getting the numbers. We're getting plenty of people. We don't have to hold the tryout. So we've come full circle again, and we've added so much more to this. It's a credit to all the volunteers, to Kenny Mazonson, to people like you, to all the coaches, and all the people that support the program. It's been fantastic, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
My main man, Wallows Woodworth, is telling me that it's that time for the rolling. So go, Ref, go. If you will, roll them suckers in. This past week's play, week of January 15th. There you go, Ref, go. First game, Bullets, Sonics. Guy named Gus over Mount Chris Jackson. Adrian McKenzie with the outside J. J.P. Luis with the little jumper. Bonaparte getting busy down low. Kelly at the line where everything is free. Cognata with the tough shot. And Josh Gillis at the line, beyond the arc, where everything is free. After recess, Dean goes coast to coast. He left Orange County. He ended up in Orange, Mass. Touchdown, Peterson, St. Jean, down low, doing work. Townsend leads it to Josh Gillis. And Josh Gillis with the theft and takes it in for the payday. Dean splitting the Sonic D. Cognata with the unorthodox to Josh Gillis. And Dean, he going to hit himself a deep deuce. Sam Renee finds Dean. Sanchez with the Luis putback. And Bonaparte deflects Sanchez. Bullets victorious over the Sonics by a score of 45-32. Dean, 14 points. Sanchez with the match, 14 points. Bullets improved to 2-1. The Sonics fall to 0-3. Next game, Kings, Hawks. Mark Osias, big rebounding. Olivier gives it to Lane.
His name is Rashawn Charles, but when I
and Pio finds Jamie Guess.
Nice shot.
Osias with the hoop and the hum. Olmeda with the weak side putback. And Olmeda with the intercept. He could go all the way, but he blows the bunny. Olmeda smacks the stuffing out of Staminsky Space Cadet. Suda stroking all three of these. And Ray Charles with the blind man's boogie down. Guess splitting the men in black. The next set, the ref takes time out of his busy schedule to go over to head coach Bernaco Stroud and to completely and thoroughly explain the 3-second rule. Because you think it's 3 seconds, son, and I believe he said son because I can read lips, that doesn't mean it's 3 seconds. This is the 3-second rule, and the shot resets, the clock resets after the shot. There you go, son. Guess splitting the King's D. Lane finds Suda all by he lonesome. Olmeda making it look easy. Ray Charles with the blind man groove. And Suda with the deep double. Hawks victorious over the Kings. Score 42-34. Suda high man for the Kings, 8 points. Guess led all scores with 12 points. Hawks improved 2-0. Kings dropped to 0-2. Third game, Pistons, Celtics. Cliff hilarious, goes coast to coast. He left Bunker Hill. He ended up in Beverly Hills. Touchdown. Joe Armstrong, right place, right time. Now watch this teamwork. Omondi to Gibson to Armstrong, who blows the bunny. Hilaire on the down low doing work. Mike Steele, high off the glass. Santos, he going to find Shabelli, all by he lonesome. Santos taking it strong to the rack. In the final frame, Ryan D'Souza with the hoop and the hop. Hilaire with the old school finger roll. Lee finds D'Souza, who blows the bunny. Santos with the lefty's groove. Gibson with a tough shot off the plexi. Lisandros Rodriguez strong to the hole. Santos finding Shabelli. Hilaire, his Pistons prayer was answered. Santos in a sea of Pistons. And Adler Sertle, he was hacked in the act as the Celtics barely squeaked this one out against the Pistons. Score 49-45. Gibson led all scores with 19 points. Celtics improved to 2-0. Sunday's play, Sunday's action. The first game, Sunday, did see Celtics, Sixers. Celtics 64, Sixers 59. Charamella Celtics 24 points. Pappagallo et al. Scores with 25 points. Celtics improve to 3-0. Sixers drop to 1-2. Next game, Lakers-Kings 62-40. Osiris Highman for the Kings, 12 points. Rocker et al. Scores with 22 points. Third game, Pistons-Hawks. Hawks 56, Pistons 49. Hilaire, 12 points for the Pistons. Olmeda led all scorers with 16 points. Last week's play in the MNBL. So now the time to show, we go to our weekly Around the Rim Awards. So let's kick it! Play of the week this past week. Once again, play of the week this past week. Anthony Pappagallo for the Sixers. Sixers did lose the game, but Pappagallo's the only one that stood out there. I don't want to say semi, I don't want to diminish it. Pappagallo's the only one that stood out this past week. Coach of the week. Coach of the week goes to Bernaco Stroud. Not only are his Hawks undefeated 3-0, but Bernaco Stroud coaches a bunch of little girls basketball, 4th and 5th graders, and that team is also undefeated. So Bernaco Stroud is coaching 2 teams, both undefeated. Team of the week going to the Celtics. The Celtics are 3-0. Myself and Bradworth Benton didn't even have the Celtics making the madness. So Celtics 3 in a row. And Woo of the week's going to Joe Armstrong. Joe Armstrong had a career game. Joe Armstrong had 11 points. That's double digits, you all. Joe Armstrong came up to Nesta Dudley, who just walked in the building, and said, Nesta, I demand to receive the Woo of the week. So Joe Armstrong, you don't tell Nesta Dudley what to do. But since you do work hard, every time I turn around, you're always on your back looking at the lights, and you did blow the buddy, I'm going to give this for you, buddy. This Woo is for you. Woo! Now to the official standings. You all know what I say about the standings. This it is. Lakers, Celtics, Hawks, all 3-0. Bullets 2-1. Sixers 1-2. Kings, Pistons, Sonics, all 3 0-3. What we got next there, Go Ref Go? Next week's games. Next week's games, and you think I know this because this is my show. Next week's game, Saturday, Pistons, Kings. Sunday, second game, Hawks, Sonics. Third game, Bullets, Sixers. That first game, going for the first W. Sunday's game, Lakers, Pistons, followed by the Sonics, Sixers, and Celtics, Kings. Will the magic continue? Will the Celtics remain undefeated? Popular decision is that they will not remain undefeated. I'm proud to announce.
By the way, that camera shake was for all of us here at the
That camera shake was for all of us. I'm proud to announce, and this is going to be a surprise even to head coach Steve Wright. I'm proud to announce that Around the Rim has an official sponsor.
An official sponsor?
An official sponsor.
No,
I'm going to tell you, the official sponsor of Around the Rim is the Sun Spa Tanning Salon. So Sun Spa Tanning Salon, located 977 Broadway. That's in Everett. Phone number 617-387-2320. People always ask me, Steve, Nesta, how do you keep your tan all year round? I go to the Sun Spa. So go to the Sun Spa and tell them that Nesta sent you.
I gotta check that out.
You gotta check that out. You gotta work on the tannage. What I have been remiss in telling all the viewing audience out there, doing this show all these years, you would think I would have it all down packed, but I always have a 9-month layoff, which is the best part of doing this show, is the 9-month layoff. So I just want to have a few announcements. Around the Rim is shown live every Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. on Channel 3. Around the Rim repeats every Friday night, 10 p.m. on Channels 3 and 15. And every Tuesday at 6:30 on Channels 3 and 15. The games, the MNBL games, are played on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays on Channel 3 and 15. All games start at 3:30. And as always, you can check the Malden Evening News every Friday for all the sports happenings. And the game of the week, cannot forget the game of the week, is played every Friday, 10:30 in the p.m., right after the repeat of Around the Rim on Channels 3 and Channel 15. Steve, we have about a good 5 minutes left into this show. We talked about the 20 years. We talked about how you're not happy that the Bullets are 2-1. What we haven't talked about is also on that first show, myself and Bradworth Benton said that the Bullets are in a damn good position to do what has only been done once before in 1991 and 92. Be repeat champions. You do have the squad, in my opinion, Steve, to become repeat champions. Now, how sweet would that be? 16 years between 2 titles, and then you get 2 titles in a row?
I just want my next win.
Okay, Steve. Okay, Steve Belichick.
After 16 years, I'm not looking for anything. But I do think that as we're coming together, we will make the playoffs. I told my team, if you play what we want to play bullet style, we will make the playoffs. I don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs, but we get to the playoffs, it's 2 games. That's it, 2 games. So you only have to play your best for 2 games if you get there. And so we'll see what happens. But it would be nice. I mean, anytime you win a championship, that's what you're striving for. That's why you play a competitive sport. That's the ultimate goal which you're striving for. If it happens, it would be terrific. But just get us to the playoffs.
A team, Steve, in these last 3 minutes that you would have to go through to make madness contention is the Celtics. We haven't talked about the Celtics. The Celtics are on top of you in the standings. The Celtics are undefeated. They're 3-0. What will you need to do against that Celtics squad? They have some returners, and right now they're in madness contention.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of them this year. I didn't expect them to be there. But you know, they're 3-0, and they're better than we are. So they're going to be tough when we face them. I wish we were facing them this week, but we play a lot of one-game weekends, so it's hard to get in a groove too. But hopefully, you know, we have to play our game. We can't play other people's games.
Yes.
I can't play the Celtics game. I can't play the Lakers game. Can't play the Kings game. Can't play the Hawks. We have to play our game. And if the Celtics are better than us, if they beat us on the court, then hats off to them. But if we play our game, and I don't mind losing, but I don't want to play their game and lose. If we play our game and lose because the other team was better, then I don't have a problem with that. I could be satisfied that we just lost to a better team. But if we play our game offensively, defensively, and bang it down low and make the other team physically tired by the 4th quarter, then we got a good chance to win every game.
Steve, I'd like to thank you for becoming a guest on Around the Rim. As always, it's a pleasure.
Thank you, Nesta. It's always my pleasure to be on here.
I hope to see you here on the 1-hour All Madness special with the other 3 teams that are going into the Madness. And I'm a mind reader, too. I am making a second DVD copy so you could take it home and watch it with the missus tonight of this show.
Whoa!
So you're going to leave
No.
you're gonna,
you treat me like $1 million.
A newlywed defending neighborhood league champion. You'll always get gifts here. You got your blue wave cap last season.
Oh, I love it.
I treat you better than I treat any coach up here.
I'll tell you, I get treated better than your best friend Beanie. I get treated.
But you should be. You are day 1 after all.
You're day 1. He's only day 2.
I've been quiet off show. I can tell it.
Well, thanks again, Steve Wright, and we're going to return next week. So until then, I just want to say buenas noches, hooches, cooches. I came in peace. I leave with love. This is for the red, the black, and the green, and I'll be seeing you at the games.
And my wife, who I love.